Now, this might not come as a surprise to many, but most of our favorite scenes from our favorite movies and TV shows have been highly edited with CGI to make it look amazing. Cobra Kai is certainly one of those shows. The scenes are epic, but some of them rely heavily on CGI to be executed properly. So stay tuned to find out what some scenes appeared like without CGI. So here's what Cobra Kai really looks like without CGI. Let's dive right into it, shall we? First up, Coyote Creek wasn't as cool as it appeared in the episode. We became excited when the Cobra Kai dojo went for a workout in the woods. The team who collected the most headbands won. They were split into two groups and instructed to steal the opposing team's headband. Even though the combat sequence on the program appeared to be entertaining, why wasn't the crew having as much fun on set? Well, because they were in a forest, for crying out loud. They had to film all of the scenes in the open, damp, and wet floors. Bugs and a lot of sitting around waiting for your scene were just small parts of the things the actors had to endure, plus the epic scene between Hawk and Miguel didn't look so epic, at least not when Miguel fell on the ground and got mud all over himself. Next up, the billboard. So do you recall the incident where Johnny scribbled an improper image on Daniel LaRusso's billboard? Johnny wanted to get that smirk off his face after posting the new advertisement for his auto dealership, so he decided to replace it with a large red genitalia that he had painted. But what the heck? There were no actual billboards or actual drawings in the real world. Instead, that was done on computers by the editing crew using CGI. So have you ever wondered what those epic kick shots would look like without the help of CGI? So this is how you execute all those jump kicks. Now you can get a broad concept of how things work at the dojo from this behind-the-scenes video. Here's a sneak peek. Everything is a rope. In order to jump higher, performers tie ropes around their waists, albeit most of the time it's not another actor pulling them from the other end. A high budget for the production allowed for the construction of pillars that will automatically pull the ropes and elevate the actors into the air. Even while we think this is cool, just consider the amount of editing required to get that tiny string out of the picture. Now let's look at another moment that would look very odd without CGI. Cobra Kai offers more practical instruction than ever. Johnny takes a different approach to teaching kids the craft than LaRusso, who do so using conventional Chinese techniques. A prime example of this, Johnny instructed Samantha and Robbie to practice karate while perched on a wooden platform floating in the water. Johnny had also instructed his Cobra Kai trainees to use their body strength to turn the wheel inside the mixer of a cement truck. Now, viewers were obviously very curious when they saw the workers pushing the enormous wheel. As a result, some of them dug a little deeper and discovered that the cement truck's interior is not at all like the one depicted in the show. In fact, the real ones have spiral edges that help mix the cement with sand and water. Plus, once we saw John Hurwitz's Twitter post, we knew that all of this was fake. Instead, they actually used a giant spinning cylinder that they filled up with cement and placed a camera on one end. This made it seem like the guys were inside of the truck mixing cement like it's the Middle Ages. Finally, we have saved the best for last. This is the most memorable scene in Cobra Kai. But why? Well, because one of the main characters on the show gets badly injured and maybe even paralyzed from the waist down. This all happens because Robbie showed Miguel no mercy as he kicked him over the fence. Now, as Miguel was falling, our breath stopped, and we just hoped that he would miss the edge of the handrail, but we all know that didn't happen. Even though Miguel was badly injured, Zola Madrina went home without a single scratch. This is because he was secured by two poles that stood on each side of the stairwell. He was then tied with cords and ropes from both sides as he fell down. And that epic scene where Miguel is falling in slow was pretty much how slow they lowered the ropes. Now, speaking of Cobra Kai, we thought it would only be right to touch on some of the details regarding the upcoming 5th season. The 5th season of Cobra Kai will premiere soon, and a new teaser has just recently been released, giving viewers a preview of what to look forward to. So let's take a look at some of the details you need to know. First things first, when will the 5th season be released? Well, according to various online sources, Cobra Kai Season 5 will premiere on Netflix on September 9th, 2022, a year earlier than anyone expected. Now, Season 4 of Cobra Kai wasn't even released when the show was renewed for a 5th season. The announcement was made in August 2021. Soon after that statement, filming got underway, and by late November, co-creator John Hurwitz confirmed that it was virtually done. Next up, what will the storyline for Season 5 be about? Well, unfortunately, we haven't heard much about that. Also, if you haven't seen Season 4, there are major spoilers below. Now, in Season 4, we see Cobra Kai wins the 51st Annual All-Valley Karate Championship, which was more than simply a competition because a pact was made that the losing dojo would close. Now, it appears the storylines from the last season have set up a new path. Danny LaRusso has clearly vowed to beat Cobra Kai, while Miguel seemingly leaves town at the end of the season to find his real father. But as a result of Miguel leaving, Johnny and Robbie travel to Mexico in order to find him and support him. But what is certain for Season 5 is that Chozen seems to play a far larger role in the resistance against Terry Silver. There will be lots of action, new alliances, and old rivalries. We can't wait. Now, who can we expect for the cast of Season 5? Since Cobra Kai debuted on YouTube Red in 2018, the cast has been rapidly expanding to include both new characters and actors who previously appeared in the Karate Kid movies. Ralph Macchio and William Zabka, who once again reprised their iconic roles as Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, will serve as the show's two main stars in the 5th season, as they always do. Other well-known actors from the franchise's past, such as Martin Kove as John Kreese and Thomas Ian Griffith as Terry Silver, are also anticipated to return. Yuji Okumoto, who played Chozen Toguchi in the Season 5 finale for the first time since The Karate Kid Part 2, should also make a comeback in the role. Naturally, the younger stars will return for the new season as well. So this brings us to a few big questions we hope to get answered in the 5th season. First up, will Tori stay with Cobra Kai? One of Cobra Kai's most skilled and devoted students is Tori. She defeats Sam LaRusso in the All-Valley Tournament final to claim glory. When Sam's eye is accidentally damaged by an elbow during the fight, Silver instructs Tori to focus on the other eye. Outraged by the thought of cheating, Tori instead hears Kreese, who advises her to take the victory however she sees fit. Tori overhears Silver discussing the bribe he paid to win the competition after defeating Sam. Judging by the expression on Tori's face, the champion will not be pleased with this. Next up, who is Miguel's real father? We have witnessed Johnny and Miguel's relationship grow closer throughout Cobra Kai, occasionally even approaching that of father and son. According to what we've heard, Carmen left Miguel's father when she learned about his character and the nature of the family business. In order to find his father and learn more about his origins, Miguel fled to Mexico at the end of Season 4. The conclusion to this topic should come in Season 5, and it almost probably involves Johnny as he sets out to find Miguel and return him home. And finally, the biggest question, Johnny versus Daniel, who will come out on top? Of course, Johnny and Daniel's rivalry has been the most anticipated but unsolved since the first Cobra Kai episode. Although there has been teasing of a real fight, nothing of the sort has ever happened. An actual fight between the two is what is required to end it once and for all. In the first film, Daniel used a move that Johnny saw as illegal, the crane kick, to defeat him in the All-Valley competition. To determine who the superior boxer is once and for all, a real rematch must be scheduled. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about Cobra Kai and what some of the CGI films look like with the magic of editing. Now, make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. And as always, thanks for watching.